What the fuck is up, gamers? It's your boy the Goods, and we are back for episode number 45 of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Now, in the last episode, things were happening. We made an impressive deduction.
Most impressive! Mr. Wright!
I thought this cold coffee might help cool you down.
What is the meaning of this, Mr. Godot? My leg is itchy.
That was a dark and bitter guess that you made, Trent. But you forgot about one thing.
Oh, and what would that be?
The aroma. Huh? A coffee's most reliable accomplice is its deep and profound aroma. The rest of the court doesn't speak coffee-nese. Can you elaborate a bit more? If the criminal had sent the body to the other side like you say, then naturally there must have been an accomplice lying in wait to catch it.
An accomplice?
The criminal wasn't able to cross Dusky Bridge, so who collected the body? What do you have to say about that, Trite?
Mr. Godot is correct. This can't be the work of a single person. Well, Mr. Wright, you know what you must do.
Yes, Your Honor. The body couldn't have made it to Hazakura Temple without an accomplice.
Very well then, if you please, Mr. Wright. Let me save the game in case I get absolutely fucked here.
Now, we know the answer to who was the person was Iris. It can only be you, Sister Iris. I don't see why you're so surprised. The only way to transport the body from Dusky Bridge is by snowmobile. But with her bad back, Sister Bikini could never pick up a body like that. You're the only one who could have managed it.
Objection, idiot.
Right, were you even listening to the witness's testimony? On the night of the crime, this little cutie pie was on cleanup duty in the Inner Temple Garden after the mother-daughter bloodbath. Objection! I haven't forgotten. What have you, Mr. Godot? This witness was also seen at Hazakura Temple, desecrating the corpse of the victim.
Strange indeed. It's almost as if, on that night, the defendant was in two different places at the same time.
Sister Iris, let me ask you something. Why didn't you mention it when you first gave your testimony?
Mention what?
The pendulum, of course. Using this sketch drawn by an eyewitness, I have established how the body was moved using the burned-out bridge. Which means it's now a fact that this occurred. Something you should have already known.
No! I had no idea! I didn't know anything about a pendulum!
But the body couldn't have been passed along to the other side without your help! So you should have known about it! In fact, it'd be impossible for you to be clueless about this whole thing! Unless you're not really Iris to begin with!
What?! How can you say that, Mr. Wright?!
What? What kind of nonsense is this? You're saying this witness isn't Iris of Hazakura Temple?
Who the fuck could it be?
Objection. Are you serious, Trite? You mean this woman is...
No fucking way. There's no one besides Iris that could have received the corpse that night. Now I get it. Now I know why I've been sick to my stomach this whole trial. Why her whole demeanor changed so suddenly from yesterday. And why she's trying to pin this murder on Maya. The woman that's standing there at the witness stand. Her real name is... No fucking way. I never thought I'd have to utter your name again. Let alone see you. It's been a long time. Dahlia Hawthorne.
Hawthorne?
Sister Iris had a twin sister. And you're looking at her, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
That name rings some bells. Distant bells, but bells nonetheless.
Ha! It's just your imagination, Gramps. This file contains all the relevant data about Dahlia Hawthorne.
Oh yes, I remember now. That case. 5 years ago.
My name is Dahlia Hawthorne. I just want to say, it's an honor for me to be here in your noble presence. The honor is all mine!
No, the honor is all mine!
Fucking guy.
But, according to this, Dahlia Hawthorne is already dead! It says here her execution was carried out last month.
So what? Death has no meaning in this courtroom.
What?
It's fucking game, dude.
Order, order, order!
Wait a moment! How can you? My sister! She's already dead! What kind of?
Objection! You of all people should already understand. After all, the blood of the master of the Korean channeling technique flows within that body.
What? The Korean channeling technique? Now where have I heard that?
That's right. You're not Dahlia Hawthorne herself. You're the spirit of Dahlia, currently inhabiting the body of a spirit medium. No fucking way. What an exciting story. Exciting, but quite impossible. You're asking us to buy that Dahlia Hawthorne just happened to be channeled by someone on the very night of the murder to a temple where her twin sister Iris was? Well, if you're gonna put things that way, then yes. Objection, idiots. Fucking stupid head. We're supposed to believe a coincidence like that just happens? Objection! Naturally, it was no coincidence. The whole thing was part of a plan from the very beginning. It's all written right here in these instructions.
What's that?
These instructions were written by your mother, Morgan Fay. And part of the plan called for Dahlia Hawthorne to be channeled. That night, there were 2 irises at Hazakura Temple. 2 of them? Even the time of the channeling was planned out. As soon as you hear the lights out bell, in other words, 10 p.m. However, Iris was seen before dinner time.
That means the Iris that was at dinner was the real Iris.
And the Iris who gave me this hood in the main hall was also the real Iris. Meaning that the Iris Sister Bikini saw at the inner temple was someone else dressed up as her, namely one Dahlia Hawthorne. Objection. Do you even know what you're saying, Trite? Just all channeling the spirit of Dahlia Hawthorne business. Yes, it's true that you found plans to talk about it. However, there's one thing that's perfectly clear. The witness currently standing in the witness stand is the real Iris. What? Calm down and remember what you know about the night of the crime. After meeting Sister Bikini, the Dahlia Hawthorne that had been channeled would have been stranded at the inner temple due to the lightning strike. Sure. I was gonna say, it didn't make any fucking sense, because Dahlia would have to be in Maya's body. It was later that the body was moved by pendulum. That's right. Naturally, that would mean that the Iris that received the body was the real Iris. Are you with me so far? Yes. After being notified of what happened, the police came to Hazakura Temple's main hall. There, they found Iris in her room and arrested her. And ever since, she's been under police supervision at the detention center. Yes, I suppose. I can't deny any of that.
Phew, thank goodness. It looks like he's finally convinced.
But something still seems off. Way off. I'm still not convinced that the Iris here is the same one from the other night. Ha! I suppose you're about to say something really ridiculous. Like, the real Iris and the spirit of Dahlia somehow switch places.
Switch places?
I don't fucking know.
To be perfectly honest, there are still quite a few things I don't understand. But I do know that unless we confirm the witness's identity, we can't continue with this trial.
Iris doesn't have the spiritual power needed to channel Dahlia, which means they must have switched places somewhere.
Well, Mr. Wright, since the time she was arrested at Hazakura Temple, have there been any chances for Iris to switch place with Dahlia Hawthorne?
There was one. There was one chance. Your Honor, I think there might have been one chance.
Oh, explain yourself!
Yesterday, for a few minutes, Iris's whereabouts were unknown. Unknown? What do you mean? What I mean is, there was a span of time in which Iris was able to move about freely, unsupervised.
Well, who was it? Who would give a murder suspect time to move about freely like that?
I'm sorry. I know you didn't mean to. It wasn't your fault. This is fucking...
This is Mr. Edgeworth, isn't it?
Your Honor, there was a fairly large earthquake yesterday, was there not?
An earthquake? Earthquake! Oh my goodness! The inner temple! This kind of trouble might...
I don't know what the point of that was.
How could I have... She fled. She escaped!
You're so silly. We went to the inner temple right away. And it's true, Iris was already there. However, they had already switched places by that point in time. When I arrived at the training hall, I was met by none other than Dahlia Hawthorne. That doesn't really, make any fucking sense, but okay.
That's quite enough already, Mr. Wright! Now see here! No judge in his right mind would consider the idea of spirit... Be quiet! It's been a long time, Mr. Judge. That voice!
Guess I'll have to ask again. Upon meeting a beautiful lady, always ask for her name and profession. That's one of my rules.
Dahlia Hawthorne, and my current profession, permanently retired.
Ha! So you're not going to bother hiding your identity anymore, huh?
Why should I? After all, I'm dead! There's really nothing you can do to punish me! What is going on here?
Dahlia Hawthorne. This voice is gonna kill me. I never thought we'd meet again. And I never thought we'd meet like this! But this time, I'll end it! For her and for myself! To be continued. Ooh! Whoa! Goosebumps! Whoa! Oh man, that's freaky diggy! Oh my god, she's terrifying! A dead lady? Here? That means that Mystic Maya is safe, because that has to be Mystic Maya. Right? That's what that means?
Now then, let's continue where we left off, shall we? Well, witness? Yes. How can I help you, Mr. Judge? Well, it seems that if we're to learn the truth, we'll need to hear your testimony. I have no problem with that. But when you've seen what I have, sometimes the truth is better left unknown. In any case, let's hear your testimony. Tell us about the plan that was carried out that night.
Jesus Christ, she's terrifying. This probably is gonna sound like shit in mic.
The whole plan began with my death. A stupid plan hatched by Morgan Fay to install her own daughter as the next master. But for it to work, Maya Fay would first have to die. The idea was for me to kill Maya and then have the blame pinned on Iris. The plan went wrong, but it seems to have succeeded anyway. So that means you...
Hold on! Wait a minute. Did you just say the plan was to kill Maya Fay?
Yes. You have a problem with that?
Don't give us that nonsense! There's no way that... Watch yourself, Trite. If you've got a problem, solve it during cross-examination. That's one of my rules.
Mr. Goddard is correct. And by the way, that's one of my rules as well.
To kill Maya. Could it be true? I mean, probably. I wouldn't be surprised. That voice is going to kill me, though, so it might take me a hot second to fucking record these. So... Hold on. Let's, I don't know why I keep... It's because I'm not clicking back up after. Hold on. The idea was for you to kill Maya, have the blame pinned on Iris? No, they don't give a shit about that. Hold on, let's save here. Cause like that seems wrong. Right? I don't really know what to do with TH. What do you mean by that? You think the plan was a success?
You heard me. Just as that woman had hoped. Maya Fey is dead. Now the title of the Master will pass on to Pearl Fey.
Objection. That's absurd. But Maya is just... She's just trapped! Trapped inside the sacred cavern!
Really? You're as foolishly optimistic as ever, aren't you? My darling Feeny. Do you want to know the truth? Ever since we met, I've despised you. Your sniveling naivete and your pathetic faith in other people!
I can't believe it. She meant to kill Maya. I've got to keep a cool head. And I need to get more information out of her. It's the only way to understand this plan, and what she was after as well. That means pressing everything on the bugger. I don't want to. You were executed last month, correct?
Yes, I was hanged. It wasn't exactly pleasant.
How did you manage to discuss the plan? When did you talk with Morgan Fey?
Last year, she was transferred to the same detention center as me. Since I was on death row and she was my mother, it was actually pretty easy to meet with her. I see. So that's when you discussed the plan? Ha! Are you crazy? At first, that woman was planning to kill me as well, even though I'm her own daughter.
All to make Pearl Fey the master of Karain?
She's a cold, twisted woman. She thought she could finally regain her lost honor. The honor she lost when her younger sister, Misty, took her place as the master. Ever since that day, she's been working on this plan. A plan, huh?
Jesus Christ. Okay, so... let's keep fucking going. You're talking about Pearl Fey, is that correct?
Yes, though at first she had high hopes for the two of us.
You and your twin sister, Iris?
That's correct. Fortunately, neither of us had much spiritual power. That's why we were abandoned by her, along with our father. Abandoned? The only person I ever really cared about in life was myself. My sister was a nuisance, so I convinced my father to leave her at an old temple.
You mean Iris?
Yes, my father remarried a woman who also had a daughter. The less children you have, the more money there is to go around, right? And on top of that, my father had absolutely no interest in children in general. How horrible! The real horrible one was that woman. That bitter, vengeful woman. It was her stubbornness that gave birth to that child, Pearl Fey. She was born with an abundance of spiritual power, unfortunately for her. Morgan Fay heaped all of her broken hopes and dreams onto that poor child's back. All because of her pathetic dreams of having her bloodline become the main family.
God, that voice is fucking difficult, dude. Oh my god. It's difficult to keep up. Okay. So, what evidence do I have before I go off to the fucking rails? So, a lantern from the Inner Temple Garden that says Maya on it. The Dusky Bridge photo does nothing for us. The dagger. So what are these? This is from Morgan Fay. Once nightfall should be there. As you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her spirit and everything over to her. So this is 2 pearl. I don't even fucking know. I literally don't even know. Like, at all. I guess press this one to get more. Maya would have to die, but why?
For our bloodline to succeed as the main family, thus making Pearl the new master. The remaining descendants of the current master had to be taken care of.
Objection. But Pearls would never agree to a plan like that. She adores Maya.
How sad! You still don't get it, do you? What Pearl wanted had nothing to do with it. Morgan didn't care one bit about Pearl. The only thing she cared about was the position of the master. That's all.
That's ridiculous!
She was willing to sacrifice anything and anyone to achieve her goal. The life of her daughter, and naturally, the life of Maya Fey as well!
How could anyone do that? Which, like, we know that. So, I feel like I've already pressed out. Which begs the question, what the fuck do I do? Right? What do I do here? I feel like the idea for you to kill Maya, have the blame pinned on Iris. Doesn't really make sense. How exactly were you planning to pin it on Iris? I mean, maybe that?
Objection!
Hold on. I'm fairly certain.
Objection!
There's only so many things that can fucking do this. You know what I mean? What is it? It's just present his talent. Like.
Objection!
I don't really, like, I don't want to look up the walkthrough. Because that does feel like it's cheating, but I would like to keep shit fucking moving at the same time. But, like...
Objection!
I gotta look it up. Hold on. So, apparently I missed pressing a statement. And here's the thing. Why did she help Morgan carry out the plan? Why would you do it? Why would you kill Maya?
You may not understand it, being the gentle and kind soul that you are. You may not be able to appreciate why someone like me would help a woman like that.
So then tell me, why?
Isn't it obvious? I'm not like that woman. I only act in my own self-interest. The reason I helped her was for myself. For my own personal satisfaction!
What did you say? So this woman, Dahlia Hawthorne, She had her own reason for wanting Maya dead? Yeah, and then what you're supposed to do here is then present Mia. Which is fucking insane. Could it be that your actual goal had nothing to do with Maya Fey herself?
As I said, none of you have the power to punish me anymore. Because I'm already dead. Well, I had the same problem, you see. You can't punish the dead, and you can't take revenge against them either. You wanted to take revenge on someone? I was sentenced to die because of that woman. Mia Fey!
I somehow knew this was it.
I wanted to send her a message. It was in her hands that I suffered my first humiliation. I wanted her to feel the same pain she made me feel. Sadly, when I realized revenge was impossible, I gave up.
And the reason it was impossible? Was it perhaps because Mia Fey had already died?
Yes, and I realized there's only one way to take revenge against the dead. And how do you do that? Even when the body dies, the spirit, the ego, it lives on. Forever. I wanted to take away the person that Mia Fey loved most. I wanted to kill her with my own hands! That would be the one and only way I could take my revenge against Mia Fey! That was the reason I helped out with that woman's plans.
Just for that? For that you would kill Maya? Your goal is no different than that of Morgan Fey.
As they say, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. What a cruel plan! Cruel, cold, and heartless. Don't waste your time preaching to the dead. I've already told you there's not a thing you can do to me. That night, at about 9:30 p.m., I materialized into this world. I quickly pinned my hair up and put on a demon warding hood. Then I picked up the staff that was by my side and left Hazakura Temple.
So, it was at least Donam who channeled her after all.
That ridiculous head nun never noticed a thing.
What?
She left Maya Fey at the inner temple and wobbled back clutching her poor old back. What did you do then? That kid was easier to handle than I had hoped. I caught up with her in front of the stone lantern. Then I took out the dagger I got from the storeroom and...
So then you're saying you stabbed Maya?
It's strange, but I don't have a clear memory of what happened after that. What does that mean? No clear memory? I don't know. I think I was stabbed.
You were stabbed?
At the last minute, Maya Fey must have stabbed me. I'm sure of it.
That's not like her at all. Maya wouldn't stab a french fry with a plastic fork!
Anyway, I suddenly lost consciousness. But before I did, I scrawled her name on the lantern. Just as I was passing out, I wrote Maya behind my back. I had hoped it would cast suspicion on her.
I can't believe she was thinking of that until the bitter end.
That's where my memory temporarily stops. It stops? I don't have any memory of actually killing Maya Fey with my own two hands. My very last memory was Maya's terror-filled eyes. When I woke up after that, I was in the sacred cavern surrounded by darkness. You were in the sacred cavern? The entrance was sealed with one of those trick locks. Somehow I had been trapped in there.
But how did you wind up in there?
I'd like to know that myself. Anyway, I was worried. I didn't know whether or not Maya Fey was dead. I swore I wouldn't return to the underworld until I knew I had killed her myself.
For a ghost, you're one tough cookie.
I wanted to get out of there and make sure she was dead. But I couldn't do it. I couldn't get out.
The trig lock stopped you, huh?
I didn't know how to remove it. So then you're saying you were actually confined against your will inside this sacred cavern? Yes! I wanted to get rid of that annoying lock as soon as possible! But it wasn't easy. I kept getting interrupted while I was working on it.
Interrupted? I wonder what she means by that. For now, I'm gonna end the episode. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Where we will figure out exactly how she was getting interrupted, why, by who, etc. Thank you so much for watching.